Ever wished your phone charged in, like, seconds?
Or your electric car battery lasted like 10 times longer.
I mean, who hasn't, right? Get ready because we're diving into the world of graphene.
That's right. This stuff's about to revolutionize everything.
Batteries, aerospace, you name it.
Pretty much.
So we've got some seriously cool sources today. One dives deep into how graphene's shaking up electric vehicle batteries.
Yeah, and the other one, it spotlights this Italian company, EsaNanoTech.
And they are going all in on this wonder material.
Big time. So ready to see how this single layer of carbon atoms is going to like change the future.
Absolutely. Let's get into it.
All right, so the thing about graphene is, well, it's all about structure. You've got a single layer of carbon atoms, right?
Okay.
And they're arranged in this like honeycomb pattern.
Interesting.
Yeah, and from that simple structure, you get all these crazy properties. I mean, it's strong, like 200 times stronger than steel.
Wow.
But also super light, 5 times lighter than aluminum. It's mind-blowing.
Okay, I'm with you on the strong and light part. But how does a honeycomb of carbon atoms lead to, say, super fast charging? I don't quite get that.
Okay, so it's all about those bonds between the carbon atoms.
Right.
They allow electrons to just zip through the graphene.
Really?
Almost no resistance. So it's like super efficient at conducting electricity.
So it's like a superhighway for electrons.
Exactly. And that superhighway makes energy transfer crazy fast.
So for electric vehicle batteries, that means?
Charging times plummet. We're talking a fraction of what we're used to with those clunky lithium-ion batteries. Our source even mentions charging to 80% in like 8 minutes.
8 minutes?
8 minutes. Imagine that.
That's insane. It's game-changing for sure.
Totally. And it's not just about speed either.
Oh, right. Our source also mentioned something about a crazy long lifespan for these graphene batteries, right?
Right. Think about your typical lithium-ion battery.
Okay.
You get, what, 800 to 1,000 charge cycles before they start to die?
Yeah, something like that.
But do graphene? They're projected to last for up to 30,000 cycles.
30,000. Are you serious?
Yeah. That's not just, like, a little better.
Right.
It's a whole different ballgame.
Fewer replacements, less waste, money saved in the long run.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
So why aren't we all driving around with these things already? What's the holdup?
Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
One of the big challenges is scaling up production. Making graphene in a lab, that's one thing.
Yeah.
But producing enough to, meet global demand for things like EV batteries, that's a whole other beast.
I can imagine.
That's where companies like EsaNanoTech come into play. They're trying to crack that code.
Okay, let's talk about them. Our second source, it kind of paints them as like pioneers in the graphene world.
Yeah, they're definitely making big moves.
What are they doing?
So they're pouring resources into developing tech to produce what they call graphene sheets.
Graphene sheets?
Yeah, and they're doing it on a large scale.
Wow.
Using these specialized printers. It's a really fascinating approach. So instead of teeny tiny lab samples, they're aiming for large sheets of graphene that can be actually used in different things.
Precisely. And it's not just about making the raw material either.
No.
They're focusing on integrating graphene into finished products, which could really speed up adoption.
So what kind of products are we talking about here? Is it all about EV batteries?
Batteries are definitely a big focus, yeah.
Yeah.
But EsaNanoTech, they're branching out.
Really? What else are they looking at?
They're exploring things like energy-efficient heating systems, even dabbling in wearable sensors.
Wearable sensors!
It's pretty wild, right?
Yeah.
It shows that they see graphene as this platform technology,
Yeah.
one that can be applied across so many different industries.
This is all starting to sound a little like science fiction, Wearable sensors made with graphene. What would those even be like?
Okay, imagine this. A sensor so thin and flexible, it can be like woven into your clothes or even like right on your skin.
And you wouldn't even notice it.
Exactly. Tracking your heart rate, your temperature, maybe even monitoring your exposure to pollutants, all in real time.
Hold on. I need a second to wrap my head around this. We've gone from supercharging batteries to invisible sensors in our clothes, all thanks to this one layer of carbon atoms.
It's a wild ride, right?
That is.
But that's graphene for you? The potential applications are just so diverse.
Yeah.
It's hard to even grasp it all at once.
And we're just getting started here.
We've barely scratched the surface. There's so much more to explore.
There is. All right, I'm still thinking about those invisible sensors. It's crazy. But you mentioned aerospace earlier. Now, that's something I really want to hear more about.
Yeah, aerospace is where graphene's strength and lightness really come into play. Like, imagine aircraft wings, right? but they're reinforced with graphene, so they're lighter but way stronger.
So we're talking planes that can fly farther, carry more, and use less fuel.
Exactly. Less weight means better fuel efficiency, which is a huge win for, well, everyone. Airlines, the environment, all of us.
Fewer emissions, cheaper flights, lower costs. I like where this is going. But wait, didn't you also mention something about water purification? I'm not sure I get how graphene fits into that.
Oh, this is where it gets really cool. You see, graphene can be used to make these incredibly fine membranes. They're basically filters.
Filters, okay.
And these filters can separate even the tiniest particles. Think about desalination, removing salt from seawater to make it drinkable.
So you're saying graphene filters could solve water scarcity problems in places where there's not enough fresh water? That's incredible. But how does it work? Is it just about the size of the holes in the filter or something?
It's a little more complicated than that. Graphene's atomic structure, its chemical properties, they allow it to actually choose which molecules to filter out.
Wow.
So it's super efficient at removing contaminants from water.
It's wild how we started with electric car batteries, and now we're talking about clean drinking water. It's like graphene is this magic bullet, you know?
Yeah.
It can do everything.
Haha, well, maybe not everything, but its applications are pretty diverse, that's for sure. And we haven't even touched on fields like medicine, electronics, even fashion.
Hold on, graphene in fashion. Seriously?
Yeah.
What are we talking here? Graphene dresses that change color with your mood.
Maybe not that advanced yet, but color-changing clothes might not be that far off, who knows? Right now, researchers are looking at using graphene in textiles to make fabrics that are, well, just better.
Better?
Stronger, lighter, even antimicrobial.
Antimicrobial, so like workout clothes that don't get stinky.
Oh.
Or bulletproof vests that are way lighter and more flexible.
Exactly. The possibilities are pretty much endless.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
But let's be real for a second. I mean, there have to be some downsides, right? What's stopping graphene from, taking over the world already?
Yeah, you're right. It's not all smooth sailing. Every emerging tech has its hurdles.
Right.
We talked about mass production earlier. That's a big one. And then there's the cost.
Right, because if it's too expensive to make, then it doesn't really matter how amazing it is, does it?
Exactly. But as research moves forward, as production methods get better, the price will come down.
And then it'll become more accessible for, well, everything, right?
Right, so it's a waiting game. But it seems like it'll be worth the wait. We just got to give scientists and engineers some time to figure things out.
To unlock graphene's full potential, right?
Yep. Patience is key. But it's...
Yeah, graphene airplanes and self-cleaning clothes tomorrow.
Right.
But it could be pretty soon.
Exactly. It's an exciting time to be following this stuff. We're on the edge of a real revolution.
All thanks to this tiny layer of carbon atoms.
I know. It's hard to believe, right? And who knows what's coming next?
Okay, so we've talked about super fast charging and water filters that sound like they're from the future.
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff.
It is. But before we get too carried away, we got to talk about the bigger picture. You know, like the ethical stuff, the impact on society. We can't just assume it's all good.
Oh, absolutely. Any new tech, especially something as powerful as graphene, it's going to come with its own set of challenges. We definitely need to think about those as we explore its potential.
For sure. So what are some of the ethical concerns around graphene? Like, what should we be watching out for?
Well, one thing that comes to mind is environmental sustainability.
Right.
I mean, graphene itself, it's a natural material,
Yeah.
but the way we produce it on a large scale, that could have some environmental impacts.
I see what you mean.
We need to make sure we're not solving one problem by creating another.
Exactly. Green solutions shouldn't hurt the environment, right?
Exactly. And then there's the impact on jobs.
Oh, right.
If graphene leads to more automation in certain industries, what happens to the workers?
That's a big one.
It is. We got to think about the social and economic implications, anticipate job displacement, and invest in retraining programs.
So people can adapt and find new opportunities.
Exactly. It's about making sure everyone benefits,
Yeah, that makes sense. What about health risks? Is there anything to worry about with graphene itself?
So that's an area where we need more research. Graphene on its own, it's considered pretty safe.
Okay.
But there are some questions about graphene. Nanoparticles?
Nanoparticles?
Yeah, tiny particles. They could potentially interact with our bodies in ways we don't fully understand yet.
So more research is needed to make sure it's safe, especially before it's used in everyday products or medicine.
Absolutely. We need to be cautious. Thorough safety testing is key.
It's a balance,
All right.
right? Pushing innovation while also keeping people and the planet safe.
Exactly.
It's easy to get caught up in all the excitement of new tech and forget about those things.
It is.
So this has been a good reminder. Progress shouldn't come at the cost of, well, our well-being or the planet.
I agree. And it's a responsibility we all share. Scientists, policymakers, businesses, everyone needs to make sure graphene is developed responsibly.
With a focus on sustainability and ethical principles.
For sure.
Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into graphene. It's been quite a journey. We started with its incredible properties,
Yeah, it's pretty amazing stuff.
and then we talked about how it could change so many industries.
Revolutionize them, really.
And we also explored the challenges and, the ethical stuff we need to consider.
It's not all sunshine and rainbows, but the potential benefits are huge.
They are. I think the big takeaway for me is that graphene's story is still being written,
It is.
and it's up to all of us to make sure it's a good one, where the benefits are shared and the risks are managed responsibly.
Well said. It shows that progress isn't just about science, it's about making smart choices. Choices that are good for humanity and the planet.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And on that note, we want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the world of graphene. We hope you found it as fascinating as we did. And don't forget to like this episode and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into all sorts of cool stuff. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.